Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show, and welcome to another edition of Relationship Advice. So here's the thing, because I actually was gonna do like two Reddit styled episodes, and one was gonna be one talking on like weird stories and stuff. So I went to this one subreddit like titled Weird Stories, and the one story, it was about like a man and his trapping his cat in some cage. And that was it. Like, there are some other ones, but I was like, fam, like, I thought this was going to be active. I thought this was going to be an active subreddit, and it's like, it's not. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to go right back on relationship advice, because, yeah, what they got going on Weird Stories, I'm like, bro, really? Like, come on now. But anyways, yeah, so let's go and get started. Yeah, because this one got like 6 million users. That Weird Stories one only had like 1,000. So, no, let's go ahead, get into this. Starting off with this first story. My wife put zero effort into my birthday, Christmas, or our anniversary, but expects me to go all out for hers. That's not cool. Like, I know people are probably all like, oh, well, he's a man. Like, he shouldn't be expecting. No. Everybody, my thing is this, you should never expect what another person is expecting. That's one thing for sure. Do not ever try to place yourself in the person's brain on what because you're only going to be thinking like how you've always have thought your whole life. Like, you're not one with that person's brain. You don't know what they're going through. So for you to try to talk for them or whatever, it's like, nah, I ain't hearing that. Like, my thing is this, like, I like gifts regardless of whatever the gift is. I'm not going to, like, and whatever my reaction is, it's like, fam, like, if that's my reaction to that gift, like, because the majority of the gifts that I've received, always like them. Always have liked every gift. Like, not even the majority, all. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time where, like, somebody gave me something and I was like, this is stupid. What am I going to do with this? I don't care if it was, like, freaking, let me think of a receipt maker. I'm like, fam, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but thank you. I guess if I start a business anytime soon, I'm like, hey, then I got something to make receipts. Or let's say if it was like ink for a printer, and I'm like, I don't have a printer, but I appreciate that because you were thinking along the lines like, hey, what if he has a printer and he don't know when so you're thinking ahead, and I'm like, I appreciate that. I'm telling you, like, people will give me gifts. I don't care if it's like, if you give me like a letter and I'm all like, fam, like, I appreciate that letter. I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I honestly, I take appreciate. I just had it where one of my friends gave me, she made a emote for me to use for Twitch. And I'm like, nah, I'm making this a profile picture. I'm like, nah, this is for now going to be my Twitch profile picture. I'm like, no, I told her, I'm like, and you were greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. So yeah, I'm like, nah, like, it was a dope picture. Like, follow me on Twitch to see it and stuff. But anyways, besides that, let's get into this story. So the story starts off, and it's a small story too, but it starts off by saying, I'm turning 39 on Sunday. My love language is gift giving, and I love giving people I love gifts of all sizes. I truly get joy from doing it. But the flip side is that I kind of build up my birthday, Christmas, and our anniversary in my mind. It's not just the lust for stuff, as experiences are amazing to me. It just means a lot when someone puts in even a fraction of the thought. But I do when it comes to the gifts. But since the beginning of our relationship, and the nearly 6 years we've been married, my wife is putting in next to zero effort when it comes to giving me any kind of gifts. Almost every time I told that, it just kind of snuck up on me, and I had to find something last minute while I can understand that random gift giving is not her love language, those 3 dates don't move. They are the same every year, and I don't understand how they can just sneak up on you. Well, here's the thing, like, if she's never been good at it, it's like, fam, you just gotta let it go. Like, that's where it's like, now I kind of, like, am, like, reasoning with the girl, because it's like, fam, like, if she isn't, because, like, you never know what's, like, a person, if they're doing a bunch of different things, like, yes, no, I agree, like, there's at times where, like, stuff would, like, sneak up on me, and I'm like, dang, like, it happened that, like, wow, alright, then I try to, like, be as thoughtful as I possibly can and do what I'm able to do, but it's like, if you can't really find a whole lot, or if you can't really afford the things that you really want to get a person, then it's like, you do what you can. And so that's why I'm like, nah, it's like a part of me is all like, hey, if she gives a gift, then it's like, hey, she's giving a gift. It could be some stuff where it's all like, no, you don't deserve a gift. So, like, my thing is this, like, I guess I understand where he's coming from, because it's like, like, yeah, it's like, I agree with them, it's like, those dates never change and things, but if this is a busy person, and, like, they just, it slips their mind, they've literally had episodes on TV shows where there's always that one significant other that forgets the anniversary, then they're, like, the whole episode, they're all like, oh, what do I get, what do I do, and then, like, fam, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you gotta, like, I guess, like, sit down and, like, try to communicate or talk with them about it and stuff. But I'm saying, if it's not their thing, then it's not their thing. Like, me personally, I wouldn't get mad over some stuff like that. It's like, hey, whenever you can, alright. But if not, then it's whatever. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, because I have to say, I've never been in no serious relationship where it got to, like, anniversaries and all that stuff. So that's why I'm like, I personally can't, relate. Like, I tried, like, the whole, like, at least, like, with friends, I tried, like, oh, yeah, we became friends during this time, like, hey, appreciate, try to give out some gift, but me, I'm like, I'll give out a gift any time of the, like, year. I ain't gonna wait until no birthday or no anniversary or whatever. I'm all like, it could be freaking July 24th or whatever, or like freaking October 7th. And I'm like, or what are some other days or something? Actually, I think, no, hold on for a second. I think, because October 7th, I think that is one of my friends. I know it has to be the 7th. It has to be the 7th. Hold on. I'm going to their profile right now. It is the 7th. Dang, I just named off one of my close friends' birthday. So I tried to, like, think of random days, and I'm like, bro, the random days is, like, special days and stuff. So, except July 24th. I always thought that was another close friend of mine's, his birthday, but it wasn't. It was actually 4 days prior. So, but anyways, moving on. Let's go and get into this. So then he goes on to say, But when it comes to giving her gifts on those days, she makes it very clear that expectation is that lots of thought and sometimes money goes into it. And I love giving her gifts, big, small, and expensive or free, when something pops into my mind of something I could get her. It brings me so much joy seeing her face. Alright, now I kind of did forget about that, where it's like the wife, she expects, gifts, expects her to go out. But I'm all like, fam, like, if you can't remember, like, the gifts and stuff, then it's like, well, why am I, like, putting all this, work and effort into these gifts and you can't remember the day? It's like, fam, I can surprise you with something you honestly think, like, I'm like, it'll just be a random day. So, like, no, it's stuff like that where it's like, if you're expecting me to go all out, then remember the day and do something for me too and things. But yeah, it's stuff like that. I'm like, nah, that is kind of weird. I'm like, that's extremely weird. So, but anyways, then it was like, it just hurts that I feel she doesn't care how it makes me feel to be an afterthought, because she is not that way with her brothers, her parents, or her cousins. With them, she goes all out, plans parties, really maps out and plans extremely thoughtful gifts. It just doesn't seem that she thinks I warrants the same. No, that is messed up. And I'm all like, fam, I am your husband. Like, I like, dang, give me a cake or give me a t-shirt, give me something. But I'm all like, you doing nothing. It's like, fam, I'll admit that would be pretty hurtful and stuff. I've been like, nah. And I'm like, you going all out for them, but you can't go all out for me. I'm like, how do you think that makes me feel? I'm like, nah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. I'm like, I can't look at that and be like, oh yeah, that's normal. I'm gonna just sleep with that at night. Like, nah, fam, that's not normal. So, but anyways, then he goes on to say, I'm sure people will think I'm whining or being greedy. And I can understand how it might look like that, but I don't care if she got me something from the dollar store, even found some on the side of the road. It's much more about the fact that little to no thought goes into things, and it seems like getting me anything is more of a chore than a joyful experience, and it really, really hurts. It's one of those things where it's like, you gotta communicate and tell them. All right, so hold on. You gotta communicate. Hold on. I'm struggling with communicate again. You gotta communicate and tell them how you feel if you haven't already. Things, especially if they are a busy person. But then again, if she's expecting you to go all out, remind her that gift giving goes both ways, meaning she should go all out for you to okay, just making sure my grammar was right. But yeah, I'm saying, it's like, that don't make no sense. I gotta go all out for her, but she can't go all out for me. It's like, fam, I'm not expecting. I don't care if you like get me a painting of my favorite shoes. Like, that would be cool. That would be chilled. I'm like, I remember one of my friends, it was with for a video game I played like one time. It was Halo 4. She gave me a poster, and I think she gave me some Red Bulls to go with it. Or was it Monster? I don't know. But anyways, I remember she gave me that. I still got that poster. It's covered up by shoes right now, but I still have that poster up on my wall. So like, yeah, fam, it's like that to me. It's like, it's stuff like that where it's, I what did I get her? I can't remember what I got her, but no, it's like, that's messed up though. How that's like, how that works out and things. But I'm just saying, like, with me, it's like, fam, it could be the bare minimum. I'm still gonna show appreciation to that gift and things. But all right, I'm gonna read one more story, and after that, I'm gonna call it a day with this episode. But anyways, so this next one looks crazy because I'm like, no, we gonna be up arguing if something like this ever goes down. But anyways, this one is titled "Boyfriend Won't Let Me Sleep." Now, that's one thing that I don't play about is my sleep. Like, I guess, like, if that's our sense of humor, where we gonna keep each other up, because I already be up in things, but, like, my thing is I don't know, like, that's something where, I guess, like, if it's our sense of humor where we'll do things to wake each other up and stuff, then it's like, alright, hopefully it makes a good YouTube video out of it, or a good TikTok or something, but if not, then it's like, fam, why? Like, I'm saying, like, because I'm trying to think, like, what can possibly be the reason on why, if a significant other, she wouldn't let me sleep. Like, I'm thinking, like, I don't know, man. Like, that's something where it's like, that would like, all right, so because I start thinking, I'm like, maybe if it was a situation where, like, she woke me up and she was just like, hey, can you go out and get some something to eat for me? And I look, and it's like, fam, like, our place is even open right now? Like, what is... She's like, yeah, there's this spot that's like, it's a 24-hour whatever. It's like a 24-hour McDonald's or whatever, right? And I'm all like, well, fam, like, I mean, you could have just went. And I'm like, all right, I guess, cool, chill. But, like, you want to come with me, or like, are you asking like for somebody? She's like, no, I don't want to go outside. I want you to go out. And I'm like, nah, that don't make no sense. I'm like, that don't make no sense at all. It's stuff like that where it's all like, you could have just waited, or like I'm saying like that, or you could have asked me prior beforehand, but I'm like, we got food here at the house. I'm like, you make you something to eat at the house. Whatever it is that you're afraid of out there, it ain't like I'm a bigger or more powerful than it. It's all like, nah, it's like you scared of something and I ain't gonna be the one to find out. So I'm like, I'm just that scary. So yeah, it's some stuff like that where I'm all like, nah, I ain't fooling with that. So, but anyways, so now let's read about this. So me and my boyfriend have been together for just over 2 years. On different occasion, he has either woke me up while I'm exhausted or won't let me sleep in the first place. He'll even pull the covers off me and call me lazy when I work full time while juggling low mood / anxiety. Unfortunately, fatigue is a side effect for the medication I take and try to balance out my moods. But that's a different story. I've told him multiple times not to call me lazy and to understand I get tired, but he says it's an excuse in that he also works full time. Fam, it's like if we have two different... See, that's the one thing where like people will try to like talk on like how their job, because like I know that I remember when I used to work at the cafe and how tired I would be, and people are like, oh, you're young, you shouldn't be tired. Like, no, you try working at my job where you're working overtime and you're doing this and you're doing that, and then I'm standing there like, hey, I don't really care, I'm still tired, you can't tell me how my body operates. It's like, no, I'm saying it's stuff like that where it's like, fam, how do you expect me to respond to that? You know, because I'm going to respond to it how I really want to respond to it. But if I'm tired, I'm like, fam, I am tired, okay? It's like, don't tell me how I'm feeling and things. No, it's stuff like that where it's like, that will annoy me. That will definitely annoy me and stuff. I'm like, no. It's like, and especially if there ain't even no reason to be up, and you're all like, you just telling me to be up just to be up. It's like, nah, bro. It's like, I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. I had a long day. I'm on medications where it's making me tired and stuff. Nah, it ain't even going down like that. I'm like, that's crazy. So, and then on top of that, for him to like, that's one thing, that's a pet peeve, is like when people, like if I tell you not to call me something, and like that's the thing that I'd somewhat take offense of, like, especially if it's like somebody that's saying it to me face to face. And it's like, fam, like, I'm saying, like, if people say things like, I'm lazy, and I'm like, do you know how much I do? I'm like, no, like, like, before you just make that assumption, do you know how much because that would have opened up a whole new conversation. I'm like, you know what? I got 5 minutes to argue with you real quick. But I guarantee at that last minute, at that very last second, the argument is declared. I'm going to win this, okay? So that it's stuff like that where if somebody were like after a long days of work, let's say if I was still working at that cafe, right? So I just worked full time at this cafe. I come home, I stream, I record, edit, I do all these different content creating things. I put out a bunch of different videos. I go to sleep. I'm tired. I am fatigued. I am exhausted. You snatch the covers off of me and you're all like, get out of bed. You're not tired. You're just being lazy. And I'm like, fam, do you know how exhausting my day is? No, because I've been like, no, you know what? I got a few minutes to spare. Because I'm like, I guarantee you, I'm going to sleep right now. I'm not getting up out this bed, all right? That's like the blackness in me coming out and things. But anyways, so no, if it had been me, I'd be like, do you know all the things I did? Like, no, all I just need is yes and no's. Just yes and no's. That's it. Because whatever your explanation is, you ain't gonna tell me how I am today. And it's like, fam, you wasn't there. All right. So I'm like, do you know all this stuff? Working full time at this cafe, coming home, streaming for a certain amount of hours, working on some videos. I'm saying it's like I'm doing all of that. What did you do today? I'm like, what did you do where you got all of a sudden, you got this energy, you got this all this time, you want to be up, and you want to stay up and party and all this other crap. And that's like, fam, I am tired. Okay, all I'm trying to do is sleep. Whatever you got to tell me, you can tell me in the morning. But right now, I'm going to sleep. I'm like, if I got to put my music in, or if I got to go over to my parents and fall asleep over at their place, I'm guarantee you I am going to sleep tonight, okay? This ain't even up for no debate, no discussion, no argument, whatever it is. I'm going to sleep. All right. So I'm like, that it ain't going down like that. I guarantee that relationship probably would have ended. I'm like, cause nah, it's stuff like that where it's all like, you gonna call me lazy because I'm tired, because I worked a full days. I'm like, nah, bro. And some, I'm like, nah, bro. Don't tell me that. So, anyways, okay, hold on. So I told him most times call me lazy. It says excuse in that he also works for it. He stopped it for a bit when I told him to, but then did it again tonight. I was tired from work that I just fell asleep in my bed in my clothes. He woke me up and told me to get out and get changed because he doesn't want me sleeping in clothes I worn all day. This isn't a regular thing. I was just exhausted. So frustrating because I know I'm not lazy, but he's making me feel like I am. I ended up driving home just so I can sleep in my own bed and some peace and quiet. I love him and we're meant to be moving in together this month, but I'm not sure if this is workable anymore. No, it's not, because I'm like, no. What he needs to do is respect you. That is a sign he has no respect. If he did, he wouldn't treat you like this. It's like, you are not lazy. You know that. I don't even know you, and I know you aren't lazy. So don't listen to what he says, especially if he wasn't with you all day, seeing the work you put in. I would give him a break, let him all right, okay, hold on. Communicate. It's not how I spell communicate. Bro, what is like, I know. All right, hold on. Communicate. I don't know what's up with me not knowing how to spell communicate. I was spelling communicate and communication all the time, no problem. Now all of a sudden I can't spell it no more. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, communicate with him. And if he still doesn't understand, give things a break with him. And if that doesn't change his mind, then it wasn't meant to be. Comment to send, because that's crazy. It's like, how you gonna tell me like if I should be asleep or not? Stuff like that. I'm like, nah. I'm like, you gonna mess around and get roasted, and I'm gonna have somebody crying. So like, if you want to cross that bridge, you very well can. I guarantee you gonna go back on the other side crying. So that's just not a good thing to do. It's like you taking sleep away from a person, especially if they've had a long day. It's not a good idea. All right, so. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And then that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.